Aunt Kern, I regret to inform you, as much as I love you, my dear, this is all your fault. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Operation Heal on Your Heart channel where we do what? Focus on healing, humor, and hot mother freaking topics. So, y'all know that I'm not one that can review the actual show the night of because number one on the list, most times I'm not watching the show the night of. And also because sometimes I have prior commitments that prohibits me from doing so. But I always let y'all know, oh baby, I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get to it and I will not forget about it. And today we are going to be doing what? Recapping Real Housewives of Potomac. And like I said, my dear Karen, you my girl, and I love, love, love you, but I blame you. I blame you, and we are about to get into why I blame you. So I hope you all were able to tune in. Hold on one second. I need to clean my glasses off to see my notes. To the Real Housewives of Potomac, season 9, episode 6, and the name of the episode is called Shady Waters. All right, hold on one sec. If you are new here, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. All right, so the episode starts off with it's still day 2 at Lake Loretta, and Stacy, Jasmine, and Kiana are basically pretty much interrogating Karen about what Mia the Man said. So of course, Mia the Man said that she feels like Aunt Kern needs rehab. And it was a little part that got me confused, and I told y'all this in the last review that I did is that when Stacy went back to share with Aunt Kern what Mia said, Mia said that Karen said that she wanted them to help her get in rehab. And I was looking at the screen like, I don't know if that's what I heard, girl, but you telling me that that's what Aunt Kern said, and I don't know if I believe that. But okay, girl, if you saying that's what the lady said, then that's what the lady said. I didn't hear the lady say that. I heard Mia say that Karen needs rehab and all of that, but not that Karen said any of those things. So I was like, I don't know if my girl, you putting a little stank on it. What's your name? Stacy, because that's not what I heard. But okay, all right, maybe they edited that out. Who knows? Anywho, but you know, Aunt Kern gonna get these bitches up off her. Aunt Kern is gonna get these bitches up off her. So she did not hesitate to do so. She said, "Oh, that's what Mia said." That okay. So let me let you know what I have to say. Right? I thank you for asking me, and no. If I did need rehab, I would tell you all. I'm an advocate of if we get sick, let's get help. She said, but what Mia didn't tell y'all is Mia has been through rehab herself. Mia started the joint practice because she had an opioid addiction, and I was cracking the fuck up. I said, right, Aunt Kern, right, 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 right. Back these bitches up off you. Back these bitches up off you. Okay, that's what Mia said. Let me tell you what else Mia forgot to say, right? And Stacy, for whatever reason, feel like Karen is going too far when she's revealing Mia's opioid addiction. And I told y'all this in my last video. Stacy, if you want to jump ship, just say that. Just say that because I do not understand why when Mia is telling you something about Kern, you're believing it and you're running with it. But when your friend Kern is telling you something about Mia, who you don't even know like that, you're also questioning it, saying, "Well, oh no, Karen might be going too far." How do you figure that? Do you know this woman? No, but you do know Karen. So do you think that Mia was not going too far? So I just think, Stacey, you give me you want to jump ship vibes. But again, we'll see as time progresses, right? So Karen is sticking to her story, which is these are all allegations, and that's a smart thing to do. You know why? Because Kern is in court right now about the situation. You think I'm going to tell y'all something to incriminate myself? No, it makes no sense. I was like, that's right, Kern, do what you got to do. I respect that these are allegations, and right now I'm fighting to mind y'all fucking business, right? And Aunt Karen said exactly in her confessional what I was thinking. She was like, listen, Mia don't want to help nobody. Mia don't care about nobody. Mia will step on Jesus' neck to get where she needs to go. She said, and at this point, I'm taking it personal. I'm taking it personal because you're trying to take me down. She was like, so guess what? Payback is a motherfucker, right? And I agree with Aunt Karen. I agree with Aunt Karen because Bravo is paying. Bravo is absolutely paying. And truth be told, Giselle and Aunt Karen are the queen bees of the show, right? They run the show. Mia's not stupid. When she came on here, she looked around. She said, who's getting paid the most? and who can I dethrone? Now she knows good and well she cannot dethrone Karen because Karen is not having it, but she knows it looks good for her to spar with Karen because that's what Giselle and Karen do, and that makes Giselle queen bee as well. So my thing is, Karen, don't even worry about it because she's not coming for your spot. She's low key, quietly coming for Giselle's. And Giselle, you better pay attention because she will be back sitting next to Andy, her and Karen, and you will be in second and third seat. And next thing you know, you will be dethroned because she cannot dethrone the Grand Dame. Anywho, so Wendy is basically like, look, I'm oblivious to the drama. I'm in birthday mode. I don't have time for what these ladies is going through. Yada yada yada. And the next scene, Ashley is checking on her children, and she shares that she's trying to get used to being a single mom and blah 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 blah. Nobody cares, Ashley, really and truly. So in the next scene, they are all sitting poolside, and it's Ashley, Jassi, Stacy, Karen, Kiana, and Wendy. So the divorce conversation comes up, and Stacy is saying, you know how much she like her new boo TJ, and she wants one day for him to meet her daughter. And Ashley is discussing the terms of her fake divorce. That's not never happening, right? And then Kiana brings up, her being the stepmom to her boyfriend's kids, and she's like the rich auntie and all that bullshit, right? Then Jassi brings up her situation. Now, she only kind of touched on her situation lightly here, but I did hear it was some scandal behind the situation. I'm actually going to drop down in the description box and put the link to Color Me Pink's YouTube, because she had all the information in regards to what was going on with Jazzy's NFL boyfriend and all this bullshit. His name is Darius Hall. I didn't really give a damn about that. I just listened to what she said, that she's kind of skid past it. She was like, yeah, I'm dating a man who has children, and that can be tricky, so you got to be careful, yada yada yada. So Wendy asked Stacy, she was like, Stacy, does your husband know about TJ? So Stacy was like, yeah, he knows about him. So she was like, okay, so what does he think is going on there? So Stacy was like, well, he doesn't know that TJ has romantic feelings for me, so he kind of thinks that TJ is like a friend. And I'm thinking to myself, Stacy, TJ is like a friend. Y'all ain't fucking. So the husband ain't got nothing to be threatened about. That's your homeboy who might have a crush on you. Boo hoo. If you want to let him hit it, you would have did so by now. So I think the husband is just basically looking like, okay, girl, whatever you say, right? So Jazzy discussed her relationship. Stacy said in her confessional, something ain't right. Something ain't right. This Jazzy in this NFL situation, I'm peeking at it. Something ain't right. But we're gonna get to the bottom of this sooner or later, right? And then they start to show clips of her saying that she met the children when they got together, but the children was there before her. But then somebody popped up pregnant. But then they was dating. But then Jazzy, girl. You know what I think? I think you're trying to play very classy on this show. And because of that, you're trying not to reveal the fact that you and the baby mama's situation may have overlapped. You may have stole that girl man, okay? I don't know if that's the truth, but I mean, the way you stumbling and how the kids was born and how long y'all was together and all of that makes no sense. But I'm here to tell you, my dear, you're on reality TV, so it's going to end up hitting the motherfucking fan either way, right? So then Jacqueline and Mia join them by the poolside. And Mia brings in that Wendy got a flower delivery. And it's from Eddie and the family, and it was so cute, so nice. Because remember, it's Mia's birthday, right? And then Wendy is giving a birthday twerk, and she's walking all around, and the girls is having a little dance off. And then Mia is trying to get back in Kiana's good graces, so she goes over there. She tries to twerk on her, and they laughing and joking. But in the confessional, Kiana was like, bitch, I see you. I got your number, and I'm not gonna let you play with me, right? So then Giselle returns. Right. So when Giselle comes in, Jazzy is just sitting there doing her makeup, and they sat down. When she sat down, Jazzy was like, oh, okay, welcome back, Giselle. You missed it. It was a lot going on. Now I want to say something you did right here, Jazzy, that was very, very extremely shady. And I don't know why you did it, but you definitely did. And I felt like it was very shady because I'm like, well, why? Maybe I missed this part, but let me see, right? So she was like, girl, it's so much going on. Folks is basing their business off of ex-drug dealer money. Poor stop. Jazzy, that's not what Mia said. That is not at all what Mia said. What she did say was that Kiana did used to date a drug dealer. She did bring that up. She didn't say nothing about Kiana business having to do anything with her. I mean, anything with the drug dealer funding the business, my dear. So I want you to own that. That's what you thought. That's not what Mia said, and that was very fucking shady, right? Then all the ladies come down. So as the ladies come down and they all, greeting Giselle and yada yada yada, this is Mia's trip. So in an effort for her to try to continue to host, she gets out the liquor and she like, oh my God, ladies, we need to loosen up, blah, 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 blah. Right. So then she starts pouring shots in their fucking mouth. Right. And I was mortified and horrified because they're all drinking from one bottle and they're drinking Grey Goose and Casamigos. Absolutely not. Absolutely not, right? At one point they put the camera on Mia. And I cannot lie, Mia, in your confessional, when they put the camera on you and you got the blonde wig and the red on, I'm gonna have to be honest and say you looked human right there. You looked human, you looked feminine, you didn't give so much of a man, so on and so forth, right? And there was another thing that you did, Mia, that was so gross and disgusting, and it's also what made me say, Karen, I blame you. This is what I saw. So when it was time for her to take her drink of Casamigos out the bottle, Mia decides to take the whole bottle and put it down her throat. And afterwards, she says to the group, "And that is how you keep two men." And I'm looking at this raggedy bitch like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. They said that men's jawlines are much stronger than women. So that is how you're keeping them in Mia. Your jawline is much stronger than a woman's. So okay, girl, I get it, got it. Let's keep it motherfucking moving. So anyway, she was like, she's taking them on an outing. And she was like, she wants them to like go see, if I'm not mistaken, she wants them to see one of her first chiropractic businesses that she opened, and because she has 22 and so on and so forth. So now she's there taking them to that, right? As they're in a van, I don't know why, in a Sprinter, for whatever reason, Stacy, you give me that you want to be accepted by Mia and Giselle. So you're over there now talking to Giselle about TJ and giving her his resume and saying how he's an actor and all this. So Giselle was like, okay, bitch, so now I could grill you about him. What does he do? Is he a sidekick? Is he straight? Have you seen his dick? Do you care about? Do you know if he could? Do you want? Like, she's tearing you up, and you like, no, Giselle, but he's waiting for me, and and I'm just looking at Stacy, like, girl, what is you even trying to prove yourself to these two people? And every time you try, they fucking taking your ass through the ringer. Because while Giselle is over there grilling you and trying to get you to say all of this shit, you got me in the background saying, girl, she is boring, she is corny, nobody wants to be bothered. But see, that's what happens when you want to be accepted. That is what happened when you want to be accepted. You should have just stayed on the side with Aunt Kern. But I see you're a little crafty, Stacy. I like you, but I'm gonna keep watching you. I have a question, Giselle. Are you half Caucasian? Because your neck looks like Lisa Ray's neck. And it looks like, when I noticed that when fully Caucasian or maybe half Caucasian women start to age, that neck area starts to drag. And for whatever reason, that's what looks like is going on here with you. So I want to know, are you half white? But in any event, they get to the joint chiropractic place. And I mean, everybody is looking at Mia like, Mia, why are we here again? Because it really was no reason to bring us here. We did not give a damn about this. And also, it's Wendy's birthday. So everybody is like, okay, girl. And now they asking questions like, but when did you own this? And why did you bring us here? And what was going on when you owned this? And so on and so forth. And Mia's basically like, no, this is just one of the 22. And I wanted you guys to see where it all started and blah, 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 blah. Basically trying to, like, pretty much the long and the short of it is impress y'all. If I, for lack of a better term, I just really want to impress y'all, right? So I'm like, okay, Mia, girl, go to hell with that, right? It was another part, Ashley. They showed you, right? And it's a couple of times that a couple of ladies were shown in their confessional, and I was a little afraid. And I'm just not clear on what this means, but maybe you can, help out if you can. Ashley, what hairstyle is this? What hairstyle is this, Ashley? I want you to explain that to me. What hairstyle is this? Because I was not here for this. I was not here for this. I don't know if it's actually your real hair that you just slick down and wet. And again, you're half Caucasian, I believe, as well. So maybe you think that's okay. That's not okay. That's not okay, right? So after a while, once Mia saw that everybody was looking at her like she was absolutely fucking nuts and they didn't understand why they was there, she was like, okay, no problem, right? I think we should go on ahead to lunch because it doesn't look like you guys give a damn about my chiropractic business. And I'm here looking stupid, so I might as well try to get up on the giddy up. So they all head over and they're gonna have lunch. Right. And Mia, girl, Mia is so annoying and draining. Like she irritates me bad. Hold on, y'all. So, anywho, she's like, okay, since y'all don't give a damn about being here, and I really want to impress y'all, nobody looks impressed. I think we're just gonna head over to lunch. So when they get over there, everybody sit down, everybody getting shots except for my girl on current. She like, y'all won't catch me slipping. I'll actually have some coffee because I'm not having any shots. So then, Giselle asked, she got to stir the pot because she missed probably what I believe will be arguably one of the biggest scenes on this season, which was the diabolical breakfast. So here she go now. Kay, I just wanted to check on you, Kiana, because I heard that there was a situation and you got really upset and emotional. So I just want to know if you were okay. And then she looked at Ashley and was like, you don't think you owe her an apology? And Ashley was like, I've been did that, bitch. I've been popped off. So we will not be doing that again, right? And Kiana was like, listen, I know this white woman ain't going to really be fully wholehearted in her apology anyway, so I don't give a damn about it. I'm also care about that she was following her tranny counterpart, Mia. And Mia, you have the nerve and audacity to talk about my motherfucking past when you have such a colorful one yourself. So Mia says, yes, but not in the drug industry. And Mia, I want to tell you something. Being a sex worker doesn't make you better than a drug dealer. Let's just be clear. Being a sex worker does not make you better than a drug dealer. It's actually worse looking at it from a woman's viewpoint, right? That's number one. Number two on the list, Kiana was not the drug dealer. She was not the drug seller. She was affiliated with the drug dealer because she dated him. If we are now going to say that folks are guilty by association, didn't you call G a predator and you're married to him? So are you a fucking predator? You look like one. You get on my fucking nerves because you just trying to pick on that girl when you know good and goddamn well that she wasn't no drug dealer. And even if she did, because like I said, maybe I missed the part that Jassi said about Kiana got her business started up by drug dealer money. So fucking what? And you got yours up by selling ass, and that's exactly what Kiana told you. Okay, so selling ass is better. You're a fucking sex worker, and you get on my fucking nerves. And Kiana, let me tell you something. You got to get in the ring and swing a little harder than that. Because in my opinion, you wasn't swinging hard enough for me. But she was getting her little things off. But Mia, she had that group home kind of foster care fight in her. So that's a little different when you haven't been raised with a life so tough. So anyway, Jassi shared that her man's team is being honored at the Super Bowl because they're winners of the Super Bowl and they're being honored at the White House. And she was like, listen, it's going to be some single niggas in the biz naive. So I'm inviting y'all to get around them single rich niggas so y'all can make something happen, right? So then Jacqueline brings up how she's been working out consistently. So that's good. She's lost 15 pounds and she feels strong like nobody can fuck with her. So here Giselle messy ass. Oh, is that for Karen? And when I tell you the Karen clique is coming out swinging for the Grand Dame, yes, the fuck they are. So Karen was like, Lord, I feel like it is. I've been dodging darts all this motherfucking time. But she was like, I'm a warrior. I got this. Here's Stacey on the side. Yes, Karen is like Wonder Woman with the bracelets. Girl. Jacqueline was so fucking annoyed. She was like, I just feel like it's a lot of ass kissing going on here. And you know what I see with Jacqueline and Mia? They have decided that they are going to get together and be the tag team to take the ladies down. But what they don't understand is that's easier said than done. And every time that they try, Jacqueline, you too soft, baby, your tissue. You don't have that same street fighter, warrior, shelter, foster care fighting you as Mia. So every time you make an attempt to try, you're always losing. And the times that Mia can't jump in and save you because you're so far down, she tries to change the subject. Okay, ladies, let's go. Oh, no, 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 no. Let them show down. Let them show down. Because the person that you have chose to help you, Mia, she cannot help you. She's too soft. And what I realized with you is she's also not quick enough on her feet. And what I realized with you is you get annoyed when you see her fucking sinking because you're looking at her like, listen, do I have to always be the person who saved you? Yes, you do. Because you're the person who brought me into this bullshit and made me believe that I could actually rumble with these bitches. But really and truly, I can't. So Mia, go back to Manning. Anywho, They head back to the house and they start getting ready because Mia was like, they're going to have dinner on a rooftop at this place called Fahrenheit. Because apparently this is Mia's neighborhood or where she grew up. I don't fucking know what Mia did there. Really and truly, I don't care. So anyway, they are now going to have, they are now getting ready, so on and so forth, right? So as they're getting ready, folks are now calling, home. Folks are saying, listen, let me check on my family, yada, 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 see what's going on. So you see, I want to say you see Eddie call, you see Wendy call Eddie, you see, and you see also Jassi call her boo, right? And she was like, okay, I just want to check in because for whatever reason, he doesn't have a team and things are not working out. And she's trying to be supportive of him because she know that's a stressful thing for him. So she calls him on the phone, right? And they're talking because she like, I hope and pray he gets back on a good team, yada yada yada. Jassi, I wanna say something to you, my dear. I think you're a beautiful girl. I think you're an absolutely beautiful girl, right? But what I'm going to need you to tell your man, Darius, is that he may need to give you a little bit more money to your allowance or add some more money to your budget for a professional hairstylist because these wigs that you have on, my dear, they are looking tired and ran through. Okay, tired and ran through. Now, granted, if I saw you on the J train with these wigs on, girl, I would just look at you and keep it moving because I mean, I guess that's what you can do. But when you are on a reality show, my dear, you need to invest in a professional hairstylist because your hair looks absolutely terrible. And I'm telling you, wardrobe and hair is a determining factor if folks fuck with you. Ask Wendy and Giselle. Ask Wendy and Giselle because they were fried. Giselle asked about her wardrobe, and Wendy asked New to get it together quick. So I'm here to tell you it would behoove you to really invest in a professional hairstylist, right? As she shares with Giselle while they waiting, because they already dressed and they just waiting for the other ladies to get ready for the all red dinner, that she's been writing and recording music. Ashley, I promise you on a stack of Bibles that nobody don't care about that. I regret to inform you nobody cares about that. So you sharing that made absolutely no sense because we as the viewing public do not give a damn about your music. Let me just say that, right? But in any event, she said that's what she's that's what she's been doing thus far, right? So now they all get dressed and they waiting and they ready to leave and yada yada yada. And Karen, once again, I blame you. I absolutely blame you, Karen. I blame you. I blame you. And I'm not going to stop blaming you. Karen, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. It's two left shoes for bringing this fucking trailer park trash to this group. Karen, I absolutely blame you. Now, I can't remember who said it, but somebody said it smells like pussy, right? Coochie, right? Do you know that Mia says, is it me? And Jacqueline bends down and smells Mia. And then in Jacqueline's confessional, she said, girl code is I have to make sure my girl ain't smelling fishy. Excuse me? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. First of all, she should have been making sure of that her motherfucking self before she even got dressed and came downstairs. But you know what, Mia? Yes, that can happen when you're sleeping with an old man and a young man and mixing bacteria and fluids and going in and out of different holes and area codes. And I cannot fucking stand Jacqueline or Mia. So I thought that was so disgusting. And once again, on Kern, I'm sorry. You brought the trailer park trash bitch here, so I blame you. I blame you. This is all your fault. This is all your fault. Mia the man is terrible for this show. So anyway, Wendy came up in her birthday attire, and Wendy looked good. Wendy looked good. She had on all white. She had a nice little hat on. Wendy looked good. I'm not gonna lie on Kern, and I saw her say on IG that she borrowed a dress from Jassi because I think she didn't have a red dress or whatever the case may be. Either way, Aunt Kern looked so motherfucking good. That old bitch looked good. That old bitch looked motherfucking good. Aunt Kern looked very, very good. Very, very good. She said she had to borrow the dress. I didn't know all of that, but she looked very good in the dress. It was a nice red dress, right? So now here they go on a motherfucking sprinter and they headed to the dinner and now they want to play, which irritates me, these little dyke games, which is they're going to play marry, fuck, kill, right? Me personally, none of their answers really made any sense to me. I didn't really care about what they were saying. But Wendy and Giselle, y'all are really killing me landing on thick trying to fake this friendship. I do like the fact that you guys are able to be cordial to each other now. I actually appreciate it, but y'all landing on a tad bit too thick and it look a tad bit too phony. But if it's keeping the peace, I'm here for it, right? So Stacy is struggling. She doesn't want to say fuck. So she's like, can we say make love or something? Stacy is a piece of work. It cracks me up because she is too fake bougie for this crew, right? And then Jacqueline says she would fuck Ashley because she already fucked Mia. On Karen, once again, I blame you. I'm sorry. I have to continuously blame you on Kern. I have to continuously blame you. You bought the trailer park trash here, and now we have to continue seeing it on Kern. I blame you. I'm looking at Jacqueline and Mia. They get on my fucking nerves. So when she says that, Mia says in her confessional, she like, Jacqueline talks too much. Mia. And then she says, what happens at the lake stays at the lake. Mia, if you honestly think in your heart of her fucking hearts that we believe that you and Jacqueline just fucked that Lake Lanier and that was your first time, absolutely not, Mia. Absolutely not. Y'all been fucking. Okay? Y'all been fucking. And nobody cares. That just to be clear, nobody cares, right? So then wait a minute, because Kiana, there was a point that they showed you in the confessional. And in that confessional, you had on a blonde wig. Let me see if I can find the wig here, Kiana, because I want to point this out to you so you know to never, ever in this lifetime pull this again. Okay? I just want you to be clear. Kiana, this right here, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Kiana, this was a hell motherfucking no. I called it HMFN. Kiana, don't do this again. Don't do this again. This did not work well for you. This did not compliment you. Please do not ever do this again. Okay? Got it. So then now they arrive to the rooftop dinner, and again, a very beautiful place. A very seems like a very, very beautiful place. Like I told you guys, Wendy looked absolutely stunning. I was here for Wendy's drip. I said, okay, Wendy girl, get your Zen win on. Let's see if you can get your Zen win on. Wendy was chilling. Everybody else had on a red, and Wendy was chilling, right? So when they arrived at the rooftop, Mia started sharing her personal journey. Not Mia, Wendy started sharing her personal journey and how she's grown over the years and how the last 5 years have been very trying for her. And you ladies have seen me through every facet of that. I really appreciate y'all. She was basically getting emotional, right? And then everybody went around the table and they was talking about Wendy's transformation and how much they admire her and so on and so forth, right? So I guess Stacy said, well, I'm gonna clock in at this moment because I need to continue receiving my check and y'all already calling me a boring ass bitch, so let me get some shit going. So when she clocked in, she was like, hey, I know you guys have been grilling me about my motherfucking man, but y'all haven't said anything to Jassi about her mysterious relationship, so I'm gonna need y'all to get up on her ass right now. Okay, cue scene, go. So Jassi was like, okay, well, I'm happy you guys are asking about Darius. Darius is the love of my life. Darius has two boys. So they was like, okay, well, how old is Darius' two boys? So she was like, one is 3 years old, and the other one turned one last month. Giselle was like, I'm sorry, what? And the whole table just started looking at her because according to her, she's been with him, I think, over 2 years. So I was extremely confused, and not because I'm slow, but more so because Jassi is lying. But this feline faced white woman, Ashley, she is in her confessional doing trigonometry because she is going to find a way to stir this pot. And because she see Kiana's on her head top and Stacy already checked her about sharing that extra information about TJ. She said, oh, Jassi, you going to let me get you? Ding, 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 because I'm here for it. So she was in her confessional carrying a 1 and bringing over the 5 and multiplying the 3 and M equals E equals MC squared and all of this bullshit. And please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. And when you multiply, divide, and at the same time add and subtract, none of what the fuck you saying, Jassi, makes sense. And I'm not gonna lie, I was looking at Jassi like, what? What are you talking about? And see, I love Giselle. Giselle went her confessional and she was like, listen, the reality of it is, my dear, the Negro cheated on you and had 2 babies, and you decided to stay with him after the cheating. Who cares? Who gives a flying fuck? I ain't judging you. I left my motherfucking horny ass pastor of a husband and sometimes still ex-husband and sometimes still let him hit it. So I'm not judging you, girl. We not judging you. But if you continue lying, that's gonna get under all our motherfucking skin and then we are gonna start judging you. Mia was like, she told me this story like 35 times and I still am not able to understand or clarify what the fuck she's talking about. But she my homegirl, so I'm gonna sit back here and mind my business and let my Adam's apple show. And Kiana, what I will say is this, right? You need to just leave. I mean, Jassi, what I will say is this. You better off just saying that the situations overlap, but you feel like the man love you more, which is why you're engaged in him and you're going to be his wife and she only his baby mama. I mean, that's the only thing I can let you do to get off because everything else that you're saying is pure bullshit, right? So then mysteriously, Kiana begins to share that she had a very similar situation with an NFL player having two women pregnant and they were twins. And Kiana, Kiana, girl, don't talk about your past. Because, see, they're already bringing up your past and how sketchy it is. And by you adding this little portion of it, made it seem even more sketchy. And you seem to get extremely hostile and extremely offended when your past is brought up. So I suggest you don't add no fuel to any fire that pertains to that since it's a trigger for you. Girl, just talk about the social worker. He's safe. He's clean. Talk about him. Don't talk about all your past, girl. So, anywho, Mia's like, well, can I ask a question? Can you tell me what team he played for? Because I had the same kind of situation. And once again, of course, Mia would say that. Mia is looking like, listen, I'm trying to continue getting my check. So as much bullshit as I can add to the equation, I'm going to. And every time she does it, I'm going to have to say, Kern, I'm sorry. I know that we have to hold your feet to the fire. We blame you, Kern. We blame you, and I'm not going to stop blaming you. The bitch is only here because of you. Right? So anywho, Stacy was like, well, I just want to acknowledge how unconventional my relationship is with still being married to my husband and then having a boyfriend that I don't fuck and us not telling our daughter that we're getting divorced and us still living together like a happy family. No, we can't stand each other and I want to suck this other man off. But Ashley has opened the doors for me to tell all of that bullshit to y'all and feel good about it. And Ashley was like, well, thank you. I really appreciate that. And Stacey was like, no, no, no. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And then they had like some sleepover kind of situation going on when they got back. Everybody was drunk as a skunk. They didn't really give no information about the sleepover, so I'm guessing nothing happened, enough for cameras to come back up and for them to want to share because clearly it wasn't interesting. The only thing that we can say we did know is that it looked like or it seemed like that everybody ass was toe up because the next day Wendy couldn't see out one eye and she was hung over like a dog, right? So I was like, okay, maybe that was corny. She was hungover. Ashley was hungover. Mia and Jacqueline went in the bathroom gossiping about Jassi's unconventional relationship that she's lying about. And everybody else was packing up to leave Lake Lawrence. And that was pretty much it. This episode right here wasn't as fiery. If I'm going to get on my DJ Richie Scott thing and rate it, I probably would have gave it a 7 because it didn't have much going on. But the last episode was so motherfucking fiery that this one could fizzle out a little bit. I could take it. In any event, for the most part, it was good. They wasn't jumping on camera's neck as much. Giselle had returned and her neck was looked like a collar. And, pretty much it was good. So let me know if I forgot anything. We need to get, and like I said, you guys check out Color Me Pink page because she definitely goes into detail. She actually has a back and forth with Jassi about her reporting on her relationship and the confusion surrounding how were you saying you were with a man for this amount of time and he has 2 kids within the time that y'all was together and you're saying that you're his only girlfriend. So were the kids dropped down by the stork? We don't fucking know. So anyway, it was a good episode, but not as good as last week. And we'll see what next week holds. I'm going to try to come back here with baddies. I'm going to review it, and please make sure you hit the thumbs up. If you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and turn your notification bell on, and I will be back with more reviews. Enjoy your day.